Good morning, everyone. It's November the 4th, 2015. Time is marching on, and we've got some news today that will affect the markets. Last night, China's official economic numbers beat the forecast. Now, I wonder how that happened. And the rally that started in the United States in equities continued around the globe. Europe and London's stock markets are up. Germany's stock market was not because of Volkswagen. Apparently Volkswagen computers played with their settings so their engines, gasoline engines, could pass the test. And Volkswagen's in a lot of trouble off of this. They will not be put out of business. They will be fined to the point where it might hurt their operations, but the world needs the revenues and the taxes that Volkswagen pays their automobiles. Germany needs the taxes. The United States needs that too. So they'll have fingers wagged at them. They'll be tissed, and their doors will stay open. That's the way it usually works. Get as much money out as you can and shame them publicly. Collect a nice big check, but keep the goose alive. Don't kill the goose. It's laying the golden eggs. Yeah, I imagine it will be that way. Fitzroy, the truth does come out. So that's what we face today. The first big numbers today that we face will be ADP's private employment. Looking for 185. Last month I believe it came in at 190. It was below 200,000, so 185. That Friday's non-farm payroll right now looking for 190. Then we have trade balance minus 41.1 B. That seems about right. PMI services plus 54.8. ISM services big number plus 56.7. And crude inventories plus 2.5. Comes in higher than that number. I'd expect crude to rally, right? And then last week's 2-year auction. And it's this 2-year that I think will come into play. So the market got hit hard yesterday, especially the 30-year. It's down. This usually yields a pause day, and that's what I expect. So given the 2-year auction, we do have news to get through and the E-minis reaction to it. I think we're going to have pretty good support here at 27.04, so that's going to be buy 1, and then 29 to 25 for buy 2. And on the sell side, I think we're going to trade higher right here. I have it at 10 to 14. That's where resistance is. You can see the 14 level, and you can see this little ledge right here. So this is R1. Then R2 really starts at 16, but I think if we can get through this 14 level, that will come back up and we'll attack this area up here. So I've got the second sell at 19 to 23. So pause day after a trend day lower, and then 2-year auction kicking in and supporting is the way that I see it, and we'll see if that plays out. Don't you hate it when I say that? Oh, great. What's this guy doing? Blowing smoke? Educated smoke. You really do have to approach this way. You got to trade what you see. If my opinion is in alignment with what the market is doing, it is a stronger opinion. If it's not, then you have to do what you have to do. You got to do what the market's telling you to do. Reality is volume movement through time, and it's all we really have to follow. Okay, looking at this contract, we have this spill. It came midday from 8, so 7 to 11 is going to be sell 1. And I'm going to jump it up 19 to 23, picking up this area right in here. And on the buy side, last rotate down was 27. Got pretty good support in the 24 area. We're at 04, so 25 to 29 buy 1. And then 17 to 13 buy 2. Okay, gold has been under pressure. Remember the Jim Rogers and crew, when it gets to $1,000, I'm a buyer. It hasn't gotten to $1,000 yet. And Jim Rogers has sometimes a 3 to 10 year trading horizon on the stuff that he buys. He's a very patient man. Something falls within his reach on a regular basis. So being a long-term player, he doesn't worry about too much about the details. Okay, gold. Yesterday coming out, we had a sell 19 to 21. That looks good right now, so we'll make 20, 22, sell 1. On the buy side, we're going to try to trade lower, 15 to 13, buy 1. That's where support is, and then we'll pick up 5 to 7. I think if we take out yesterday's lows, we're headed down to this high volume area at 5 to 7, so we'll make that buy 2. And sell 2 will be 25, 27, picking up this area right in here. So this is R1, R2. I didn't see any headlines on what China did with the currency last night, so usually when they cut it, the euro rallies, and when they raise it, the euro sells. So, but like I said, I didn't see that last night, so my guess is that the yuan was unchanged, maybe a little higher overnight. Okay, 109 is within reach. Here we are at 25. That's buy 1. Market is pointed lower. The 109 will bring in some short covering, so getting long against 109 I think is a better trade. On the sell side, 109.50. Then our 75, pretty much where we were last night. Okay, crude, they're looking for a build of 2.5 million barrels today. That means crude will rally, right? And I put an article up that the United States is sending F-15Cs, which are air cap fighters. They're strictly for air-to-air combat. The E model is for air-to-ground and air-to-air. So tensions are escalating in the Middle East. And that probably keeps some of the selling out of the market. We're just going to lean against where support and resistance are right now. So we got a 48.25 to 50 sell and a 47.50 to 25 buy, and a 46.75, 47 buy 2. But The listen to some of our president's asinine statements about how he's handling Russia and Iran, how he's driving such hard bargains. I mean, it's hard to believe that he would take on the Russians in air-to-air combat. Might let Turkey do it, but he sure as hell won't do it himself. He's already given up to Russia and Iran. It's okay if Assad stays in power now. I mean, I'd love to be able to negotiate. I've never had anybody in negotiations like that in my entire life. Sure would have been nice to have some. Did I give you enough? You sure you don't want more? Come on. Never happened to me. Okay, the easiest trade is going to be failure to take out 2110. Plus or minus. Then if we get through that, there is a little bit of chart resistance at 14, 15. So 14 to 19 would be sell 1. Then it's 20. It's really 25. Then it really jumps up to 37. Now, this market is not rallying off of economic strength. It's rallying off of People's Bank of China, Bank of Japan, European Central Bank, and our bank's zero interest rate policies. And the economic news is bad enough that they can't raise interest rates because it kills the one bright spot, the stock market. And what we forget is that the stock market is not the nation's economy. It's a predictor of the future in normal times, but everything is so distorted, it's hard to know what it is anymore. And that really favors our approach to the market, being traders. We just don't have to worry about it. So 2110 plus or minus, failure to take that out is the trade. Then 14 to 19 will be sell 2. On the buy side, 2100, 02, then 90 to 95. Best support is in that 87, 88 area. And the news that we have today, ADP 185. If any of these numbers come in lower than forecast, pretty good chance the stock market rallies. If any of these numbers come in higher than forecast or show strength, good chance the stock market will sell because the Fed can raise interest rates come December. Now, as to whether they will raise them or not, the only argument over time that has made sense to me is that the Fed raises interest rates once or twice, which allows them, when the economy really gets bad, to come back in and start QE4. It's hard for me to imagine that the administration will let the Fed raise interest rates. And we'll see what Goldman's posture is. You can't raise interest rates until 2016. And in the 2-year auction that stock players won't pay attention to. So ADP is number 1. It comes at 15 after the hour. It comes in 11 minutes. Then ISM Services is number 2. And if these numbers come in lower than forecast, the market can sell. Okay, it's going to take a bit to get everything up. I'll get busy on that. I will be back with you as soon as possible.